Like, Sake, do you like VTubers or you don't like VTubers? Because for me, I'm like, it's a mixed bag. Like VTubing seems like interesting because basically you can hide your identity. You don't have to. You could play a character without have to worry about people basically calling you cringe. Well, they can, but it's like a little bit iffy. But like me with VTubers, I'm like, I'm an anime fan. I didn't know what VTubers were until like what 2020. 2020 was like when I first discovered like VTubers. Yeah, it's like for me, like VTubing is like so. I don't know. It's like, hey, they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. So it's like, you know.
Real has many definitions, but if I were to pick one right now, I would say behaving or
it's like it's just the same as me liking or not liking a normal YouTuber to be honest. Yeah, that makes sense.
presenting in a way that feels true, honest, or familiar without pretension or affection.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream.
This is not a real person.
Oh my god, right here, this is my voice, bro. Bro, when you have like siblings, bro, it's just certain things just annoy you. I'm not saying she's annoying, but oh my gosh, bro.
Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head.
If you haven't seen one, this is called a VTuber. It's, for the most part, someone with motion tracking software who operates under the guise of an anime person. Many of them adopt mannerisms to better fit the backstory they made for their character. For example, this one likes referencing carrots because she's a rabbit, or this one who pretends to be bad at basic math because it's cute. There's all sorts of characters.
Bro, there's so many VTubers out there. It's crazy how many VTubers are like, there's like a VTuber for everything. Everything has a VTuber. It's crazy. Like every personality in anime has a VTuber.
And backstories, and nearly all of the most well-known ones are either Japanese or English-speaking women. I have to give this definition because I've shown exactly 3 people this in real life and have gotten, quote, "What the fuck is that? Is this real? And do people actually watch this?" in response. All of them
Oh, I completely understand where people are coming from when it comes to VTuber. I think you kind of get that in like any other how do I say this? Any other type of like people will say to us like, "Oh, you like anime? Isn't an anime weird?" Blah 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 blah. It's like I get that. Shoko, welcome to the stream, bro. We're just reacting to a video on VTubers. But yeah, it's like it's such a like a mixed bag because is it wrong to be like it's cringy, but also be offended when someone tells you that your stuff is cringy, like the stuff you watch and that stuff you do is cringy. I always think of that.
Laughed. Yet almost every single one of the top 15 highest earning super chats on YouTube are owned by VTubers. Look at
Hey, VTuber Blackstar, here I come. VTuber Blackstar.
Giga. He looks like he's about to get his fucking nails clipped at the vet. YouTubers everywhere will not stop posting about them. They're clearly popular, so I think it's important to approach this with
guess what I'm gonna post
in mind. VTubers are not inherently bad. In fact, so many of them are
Whoa,
extremely
what's
talented
going on there?
and natural-born entertainers that can captivate an audience of millions without being obsessed with drama or being negative in the slightest.
But as far as people acting like the first girl, I hate it. There's an audience for it, and they aren't hurting anyone. It's still fun to make fun of them.
Many of them play instruments, sing, and play games at a high level. These girls are famous for a reason, usually. But I don't.
I'm sorry for pausing a lot, but imagine imagine like you playing Call of Duty, you get freaking wrecked, and you see the profile, and then you see a freaking VTuber. I'm like, I just got wrecked by a VTuber.
Understand the appeal on a personal level.
Come on, baby, kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me, Mario.
My friend who enjoys VTubers watched this clip and was in pure glee. I've only heard this fat bastard rant about 2 things. This clip and some sandwich called the fucking heart clogger that he gets from the grocery store. So
It's really funny because, and I guess what you're Sake, I get what you're saying, Sake. It's like when you just see like, I don't know, it's like really freaking like cringy. Like there are definitely some cringy VTubers, don't get me wrong, but there's some really like honest ones out there. Like I don't personally know a lot of VTubers because I don't watch VTuber stuff. But it's like when you see like it's kind of crazy because like you said, Saga, there's people who enjoy VTubing and there's people who like think like VTuber is like disgusting. But there's also like a false thing when it comes to VTuber. VTubing is like VTubing is basically, you know, some people use it for like, you know, not having having privacy, because obviously, you know, when you put your face out there, you get like you're subject to like the craziest things in the whole world. But you know, VTubing is like a safe place where you just hide your face. Basically, you're basically playing a character essentially, and they get the crazy super chats, bro. I'm like, VTuber model, here I come. I'll never become a VTuber. That's way too much stuff.
I knew that this was special, but when I watched that clip, I honestly wanted to rip her hair out and stuff it in my ears and light the ends on fire like a wick. I hate VTubers. When I see them on screen, my heart starts pumping, my eyes go bloodshot, and I go dizzy. Why? How did these guys blow up under so many people's noses? Where did they come from? I want to answer.
It's because everyone loves they love VTubing is essentially like it's like a real life version of like you get a real version of an anime character in like, you know, YouTube, Twitch form, like, you know, it's usually why people love it. They want to it's basically how do I say this? They're envisioning what a real, if an anime girl in an anime would be like, essentially.
Answer these questions because honestly the video was just going to be a quick rant, but I gradually became fascinated in the plot twists and reasons why people enjoy VTubers. So those of you who love them and people who hate them, hold hands as I take you through Act 1. In 2000, Yamaha sound guy Ken Mochi Hideki starts a project called Daisy, which aims to generate human-sounding vocals from text like beep, beep, bop, bop, beep, kind of like Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing's music actually sounds really good.
Thanks to Yamaha, Daisy got promoted and fully fleshed out as Vocaloid, which was released in 2004 and marketed towards professional musicians. The problem is, at the time, everyone thought, robots, professional software, this is baby shit. Nobody cared about it and it was dismissed as just a toy. But very slowly over the years,
then slowly everyone becomes anime. Slowly everyone loves AI now. Crazy.
Vocaloid was being taken more and more seriously. And in 2007, Krypton Media has an idea. They take Vocaloid, make mascots, make the main mascot 16, and drop a new sound pack. It worked. Hatsune Miku was hot. Music artists would make collabs with her. I to this day I never understood why people care about Hatsune Miku. Like my sister literally dressed up as her for Halloween. Also, if you guys hear barking, that's my freaking dog. If you guys hear it, I don't know if you guys can hear it. But legit, it's like I never got the whole point of. I never understood that, to be honest. Like I remember when I was like into anime, and as I seen her, I was like, I never understood. But she makes music, so it's like, is there a real person behind it, or is it just like a computer doing it? That's what I always thought when I was like getting into Vocaloid pack and animator moving and shit. This caught on in Japan like crazy. Eventually, she starts selling out actual concerts. She tops out iTunes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Bro, don't give America any idea. I hope America never sees this video. Imagine what they could do to fallen artists. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm really surprised America did not do crap. Michael Jackson. I'm really surprised they didn't do it with Mike. I guess they technically did do it with Michael Jackson. But it's like, I'm really surprised they didn't do it. They did a Tupac hologram too. But it's like, do not give freaking America any ideas.
Best-selling chart. An unbelievable amount of porn is made. But the big takeaway here is that Japan discovered something big. Hatsune Miku is marketable as fuck. Dominoes, clothing, Funko Pops, hot dogs, or something. It didn't just matter that Hatsune Miku could hit iTunes top 10 list a week after.
I also do like Gorillaz, so it's like, I'm kind of a hypocrite because they are technically a virtual band. But it's like, it's just crazy people actually buy tickets to see a hologram. perform. Oh my gosh. And you know what? Japan freaking crowds are freaking amazing, to be honest.
For making a song. What mattered was that we can completely manufacture a cultural phenomenon, manipulate every part of a persona, and not have to pay them royalties for making merch, commercials, or collaborations. It's genius. Oh, you're influenced.
Oh, that's a freaking record label's freaking dream. Ooh.
Got caught doing blackface again this month. I just fucking programmed mine not to do that. Now, does it work 100% of the time? Well, that's a complicated. It's estimated that in 2012, Hatsune Miku acquired a whopping 10 billion yen since her debut, which translates to a whopping $6 USD. Seeing this, an unknown production crew thought, hey, I could do that, and debuted Kizuna AI in 2016.
Now it's crazy how AI is just now catching up. Japan, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, Japan is the most technically advanced thing, because they technically are, but they're not really, like, when it comes to, like, you know, certain things, they're definitely not. But like, they're still stuck in the olden days with certain policies. But it's like, when I see, when I think about that, reason why AI didn't freaking stop, like, go on.
She very closely resembles the VTubers today, but instead of running the risk of it being a fat middle-aged Hispanic man, Kizuna Ai is actually like 8 middle-aged fat Hispanic men. She debuted on YouTube in November of 2016 and mostly creates largely scripted and pre-recorded content.
I've never heard of her. I have never. Miku, I understand. I never heard of her. Never.
Let's challenge.
Look at her. Those were fucking babies. Which wasn't really a problem with people. Anime is scripted, and people certainly love those characters, so it only makes sense that there's an appeal for something like Kizuna to exist. I believe that most people aren't under the impression that this is a real girl with a real personality and, you know, blah, blah, blah. In fact, she's basically a goddamn puppet. Even her voice actress is completely disposable. I think I read she's got like 5 substitutes that share.
Oh my goodness gracious, 5 substitutes? She has 5 substitutes? Holy crap, bro.
Her cold metal cage of a body. And Japan had done it again. Kizuna was a goddamn hit. She's the cover girl of Cup Noodle. She's been on the TV and news multiple times, done ads, and honestly, more impressive than all of that, she collaborated with PewDiePie. Enter the third major character, HoloLive. Cover Corp, which works with alternate realities.
Oh my goodness gracious, bro. I never noticed this much of a deep dive into VTubing.
Sees the massive success of Hatsune Miku and Kizuna Ai and says, hey, I could do that. So they did. Sometime in 2017, Cover Corp released a smartphone app called HoloLive, which would allow you to view a VTuber live while they stream. This changes things. Yep. It's only one fat guy now. HoloLive held auditions for extremely talented women and jokes.
It's always like hilarious when people say, oh, you know, VTubers are like, you know, guys, which is sometimes they're true, but like I think some of them are actually girls, you know. Some of them are actually girls. I don't like the people like saying that, oh, it's just a guy in a. I think that's like, I think one person ruined it for everybody. Now everyone's gonna go with that. What's I about to say? I'll go with that statement. I understand where it's coming from.
A lot of them are also very pretty in real life. Now, there may be some coaching involved, but for the most part, these girls have creative control over what they stream, if or not they curse, etc. And HoloLive provides them with a rigged up 3D model, an iPhone X, and a high-spec gaming PC.
What? Oh, you use an iPhone? That's crazy.
Blah, blah, blah. They're basically a management company for aspiring VTubers. You could be a VTuber. Unless you're a guy, then chances are slim. And of course, this caught on fire, and other companies thought,
oh my gosh. Is there really any famous male VTubers out there? Because it's always interesting because you only see like the girls, you never see like male VTubers out there. I guess like for like girls, I guess it's like basically like shonen and shoujo kind of. Like, is there any like VTubers out there that are like male or famous?
But instead of just working in Japan, Nichi Sanji went to Mr. Worldwide and spread out in China, Japan, Indonesia, India, and Korea. So HoloLive said, hey, I could do that.
I can do that.
And then there was a ton of VTubers all over the world. The end. Holy shit, America likes VTubers. Gargara comes flying up in the charts and is the most searched for VTuber in 2020. Mori Callipy comes straight out of nowhere at a tremendous upset. See, if you liked anime at all and watched a VTuber video once thinking, what is this? Surprise, these little fuckers are going to ruin your recommend.
Oh my goodness, he is so correct. You watch one VTuber thing, one, not two, one, and they freaking infiltrate your thing like they're freaking invading your country. Holy crap, bro. These little freaking things are the most annoying thing in the whole freaking world. One VTuber video means your whole freaking recommended is freaking VTubing.
Recommended feed forever. Enjoy. So a lot of Americans were already introduced to VTubers.
I'm not gonna act like I admit it's actually, some of them are actually pretty cool, but you know, not really into it that much.
Especially since there are channels dedicated to taking funny clips from their streams and translating them just hours after the fact. You have an abundance of binge-worthy content, and now HoloLive is making an English branch, coupled with Japan's aging population and business was booming. It still is. Japan, America, Indonesia, VTubers have triumphed over what's considered normal to cement themselves as a very real and lucrative industry. September 24th, 2020. Akai Hato goes over her analytics with her audience to see which countries watch her the most.
Ooh, I heard about this story.
アメリカ11%で台湾7%。
Did you catch that? That's okay, neither did she. Kiryu Coco, who's one of the biggest VTubers in the world, is the same. That's okay, neither did she.
11% of freaking Americans. What the heck?
Kiryu Coco, who's one of the biggest VTubers in the world, does the same thing the next day.
They must know
Thus,
Japan.
The two
Japanese.
slept as some rich-ass bitches. Someone was at the door.
Who is it?
She replies, the Chinese.
All over saying that?
Both
That's
Hato
crazy.
and Coco made the mistake of mentioning Taiwan in their analytics, which China does not officially recognize as an
Jeez.
independent country. Chinese viewers were not happy. In fact, they were pissed.
He's
And
a
if you
black
don't know,
dude.
Asian countries go hard as fuck with their trolling.
Oh, I've watched stories of like Japanese like trolls, bro. They go hard, bro. They go crazy, ridiculously hard on people, bro. It's
Coco and
crazy.
Hato were suspended for 3 weeks for saying the word Taiwan. But the viewers were not satisfied. Well, they believed that Akai Hato had made an honest mistake that harlot Kiryu Coco had to pay. Raids, smear videos, multiple VTubers were doxxed, anything to get revenge. They even go so far as to continuously buy YouTube accounts to keep it going. One guy even
That is dedicational.
Where did he
That's dedicational hatred right there.
dropped his social credit score to 0 and ruined his life because he used a VPN.
Oh my gosh.
This new faction is called the Antis. Because HoloLive has yet to ban Coco, they've developed a vendetta against the company. To this day, they're kind of active. You can see them in chat or their Facebook propaganda, which is banned in China, so they gotta be using a VPN to spoof their location to a nearby country. Just saying. HoloLive then had two options. They can continue expanding in China and allow their new Chinese overlords to permanently ban VTubers on a whim, or leave, which they did. And that's the story of how a single word dissolved.
Dang, bro. But imagine doing all that legit over. That's like, I don't want to comment on anything. It's something I don't know. I personally do not know. But holy crap, I cannot imagine going like basically having your whole career gone for that. And people still hate you for it. People still hate you for it. That's crazy. That's
The
actually
entire
crazy.
Chinese branch of HoloLive. Didn't really do much though. Yeah, it was on the news and Hirohei made like 600 videos about it, but VTubers just kind of moved on and are doing better than ever. Finally, the next generation. Remember how we found out VTubing is pretty big here? Well, a bunch of English-speaking boys and girls started paying hundreds all the way up to thousands for rigging commissions, avatars,
Jeez, I heard freaking rigging costs like freaking not. It's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap.
etc. It's now gotten to the point where anyone with a camera can go, hey, I can do that, because they literally can. And this is where a lot of cringe comes in for me personally. Act 3. We've learned the history of VTubers, but now can we get a little bit more personal? If you enjoy them, that's your business, and hopefully you can find what I've been saying so far entertaining.
Hey,
But
hey,
for my boys,
I am the greatest treasure hunter the world has ever seen.
hey! Look at those super chats. God dang.
Look, I personally can't get into that because I personally find it creepy, horrifying, disturbing, and to be honest with you, kind of fucked up in the head.
the boys that understand,
Yeah, I think you're judging a book by its cover. I think not every VTuber is cringy though. Not every VTuber is.
it's just an anime woman just sitting there screaming in Japanese, and it's scary, alright?
This is for you, bro. Not really the first guy, though. He was going crazy. I honestly thought I was alone
I think the other dude is a closeted VTuber lover. He sounds like a closeted VTuber lover.
in despising these trollops. Online, I see overwhelming love for VTubers, and as much as I'm happy for those people, and especially the VTubers themselves, who've earned a spot atop the most well-known streamers around, I still think it's super fun to make fun of them. And I haven't really seen a lot of my kind out there, so
Basically what Saki
let me
used to
break it
say.
down. I do not understand them. People have often used the phrase cute girls doing cute things to describe why they like certain shows. I've always thought of it more as stupid fucking idiots doing dumb shit. I'm fully aware that I'm a weirdo. I've asked the most manly dudes around to normal, casual friends if they hated this clip as much as me. And almost
I guess it's just based off. I don't know. I think certain anime fans just make it a little bit more like, you know, I think they kind of freaking blur the lines. Like something can be cute, but also they just go way too far into it.
all of them had no issue with it. Many even said it was cute. On the other hand, I look at that clip and cringe. It makes me uncomfortable and most of all annoyed. Because I feel entertainment is at its best when the line between realism and fiction is distorted. I enjoy media that provides a reflection of very real things that we experience, whether it be in dialogue, delivery, or the actions the characters take, and then flip it and do something crazy with the story. As I reflect on my favorite shows, almost all of them fit under that description. I thought of this in the shower while I was washing my balls and threw in the script, so it might not be that airtight yet. But I've noticed that anime can frequently put up a barrier between—
I think it's just that when you see something in real life that you see in anime, it just doesn't really translate into it. It's like if someone acts like a cartoon character in real life, it'll be kind of weird in a sense. But I get what he's saying, because it's like you got the anime is basically trying to blur the lines between what's real, what's practically not real. And then you see that crap in real life, you're like, that kind of looks weird. But it's like, I get what he's saying.
Between that realism and the characters they portray, there's certain formulas and tropes that authors feel they have to play into to appeal to certain audiences. In weaker shows, the main character will be some whiny bitch boy that is in love with justice, to which he's rewarded with a slew of girls that are attracted to his righteousness. Does that happen in real life? Not really,
No.
But as a kid, I used to imagine that's what would happen to me, and I really enjoyed shows like that. That's why this character type exists. Female archetypes like tsunderes, yanderes, etc. that you
To
would—
this day, I never understood why people were both into any of these characters. Oh my gosh. I think people just like being stepped on, to be honest.
hate to interact with are popular because author knows that works for whatever reason. Even in good shows, you'll have characters which are basically downloaded from a list of personality types instead of being a product of reality. So to me, the less that characters act like anime characters, the better they are, with exceptions. Cute anime girls annoy the shit out of me because it's not genuine. I've spoken to at least 1,000 women at this point and never met someone who genuinely speaks and acts like this.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I guess it's basically, he doesn't like the fact that these are being reenacted in real life. It's basically what it is.
Maybe you have, but when I see it,
Oh,
I
this dude
imagine
definitely
dude who's
downloaded some
completely estranged
videos
a
from
youth
that,
writing his fifth, knowing that's what's hot right now.
from that
Am I
freaking
overthinking things? Yes, but I'm putting words into a feeling that's been sitting in my belly for
compilation.
years. So when you take this and make a real person act like they're that, it doubles the cringe factor. I
Yeah.
don't want to see a person pretending to be a thing, pretending to be another thing that doesn't exist and never has. So that's why it irritates me so much when I see
I
a YouTuber
understand what he's saying.
It's uncanny, uncomfortable, and not genuine to me. Even though blah blah blah, that's not the point. They're supposed to adopt the persona. It's how I feel, dude.
And then I feel bad for these VTubers, because if they don't act the way they do, the fans will turn on them like this. Like it's just how it is. Like people, I think certain people view VTubers as this like anime, but in real life, essentially.
There ain't much I can do to change it. Let's examine the various types. Baby talk. This is pretty much ubiquitous in the VTuber community and also the one that makes me the most mad. Japanese VTubers will talk like this.
That does not sound like a real voice.
American VTubers would talk like this.
Out there.
How the heck is she watching YouTube on the B movie on Twitch?
Oh, we can on the
Oh,
beach.
she only has like what 137? Oh, I guess she probably can move it.
Die.
My life.
Hi,
Can't talk when you tweet, but you know.
Here comes the airplane. Oh, I'm my stinky winky. My diaper. Oh, change me, please. I like to imagine there's a bald white guy in a big ass pull up behind the monitor.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh the most. I'm sure it's a very pretty adult woman on the other end. Don't get upset. Now, quick quiz. Are we watching the season finale of Teletubbies or Twitch?
Ding, 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 ding. Wow!
I think it's just people's interest in like basically like anime, and it's like I said a million times, anime is the gateway for all this, you know.
Whoa!
Yeah, why are you breathing so heavily?
I need you to tell me honestly if this is something you picture me watching. I believe this comes directly from the cute anime girl phenomenon that I just got talking
Yeah,
about.
basically.
So obviously it's not my thing. English. A lot of fellas think it's cute to see VTubers learn English. At times, alright, it is kind of cute.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Netflix.
Once they discovered a good amount of their audience was English speaking, VTubers began
What context is that? Netflix.
learning and communicating with a whole new side of their audience. Sometimes good,
Oh my gosh, I remember this. That clip was going everywhere, bro. I'm this is such a hard conversation to have because it's like, oh, you blah blah blah. If English is not their first language, I understand. If there is, then they got something explaining to do.
sometimes bad, and funny most of the time. I think this is what hooked a lot of casual audience members.
But the VTubers that get away with that crap.
Of all the clips I've seen in research, a strong amount of them contained English, which is just English with a heavy Japanese accent. English. Weeaboos. On the flip side, we have Becca's, Hannah's, and Olivia's that have mastered the Japanese tongue.
Body pillow as well. Hi.
What?
I feel like an old man. I know this type of thing is supposed to be cute.
Bruh, just if you know Japanese and English, bro, the VTubers your VTuber journey is always there.
But I don't get why. You also get sporadic, random Japanese words to really seal the deal. Like they make a mistake and go, "Gomeusai, sorry, mistake desu." A favorite of mine is this ara shit.
Oh my gosh.
What? Did you just
Oh my goodness gracious.
It gets weeb boys all flustered, so there's a song and dance of VTubers pretending like they
Goodness gracious, bro. That bro. One anime character says this, they all say it.
don't want to do it, and then just going hard as fuck as soon as they commit. Oh, Nani? You guys want me to say it?
Dang!
Fine.
Why she
Like, dude, you clearly
Yo, why
wanted
is
to
her hair was just swinging, her freaking head was just bald.
do that. Now you've soured my mood, and frankly, I don't want to finish these nuggies. Normals.
I'm hungry now.
During my research, I found a few chicks talking in their normal voice, chilling with a VTuber avatar. I thought, this is an actual person speaking to me right now, which threw me off after listening to high-pitched squeals all day. Pretty chill. Which goes to show you can't really throw a blanket statement on all VTubers.
Bro, if I had to freaking modify my voice, I would never be able to talk ever. Ever.
Now let's go back to throwing blankets on VTubers. Mutes. There are VTubers that stand there, and stand there, and stand there.
All right.
Oh, they were
now that's taken
typing the
care
whole
of.
time. This one uses text-to-speech or speech bubbles, while others sit menacingly.
They
While
just
I know
sit there?
I personally can't appreciate the other types of VTubers, and that's clearly
Whoa,
on
whoa,
me.
whoa, 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 wait. They just sit there and do absolutely nothing. They sit there and do absolutely nothing and use text to work, I guess. Oh, wow.
What is going on here? I genuinely want to know because I can't even generate a theory. Please comment. This channel is like a creepypasta. It's extremely uncanny to my gaijin eyes.
Let me put you down for some fucking reason. Okay,
Oh, this is voiceover.
Trey is another insane case because she's actually humongous. Not just the tits, but she's raised $42,000 in 5 hours before.
Holy
just vibing,
crap.
typing. taking hella long between responses. These two have been able
Bro,
to
if I had to imagine typing the whole time, bro.
achieve a high-level success that
Like
I think
Stephen
anyone would
Hawking.
be envious of by completely breaking the mold in an already outlandish market. That is commendable. Yet, behind our backs, who could have predicted the dark secret lurking behind the scenes?
Oh my gosh.
Everyone predicted that. This is no
Oh my gosh. Imagine, bro. You just get exposed like that, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure a lot of VTubers took no after that.
Right, Cat. You might have seen this clip floating around. Their popularity plummeted after this incident, but like, what did you expect? A hot lady? You expected a hot lady with boobs to be using a fucking text-to-speech voice. The only people I know who do that is Reddit. It's pretty messed up that the dude isn't doing so great now. He seems like a chill guy, so if you're ever in the States, we can smoke or something and...
I feel bad for the dude. I mean, he's just doing what he got. I mean, he's just doing what he got to do, but oh my gosh, I must feel bad for him because just one error can tank your whole thing. People had that freaking has that image in their
Talk
head.
about the VTuber industry. That's not a conversation I want to have sober. So that's the mutes. Revolutionary in their own way, confusing in mine. Now, you can't have VTubers without an audience, right? Casuals, normal people. There are tons of people attracted to the idea of cute girls saying and doing ridiculous shit. Some clips even had me thinking, okay, that was kind of cute.
Yuppie!
I assume
I like how he always uses her.
one of the most popular viewers on YouTube, but I have no idea. Simps. I don't really need to explain this one.
VTuber is just a freaking it's just a freaking easy way of making money. Let's be honest. Not even like a shade or like disrespect, but it's freaking. It just is.
스타트!
Obviously, there's a good amount of people that want to bang
What
these things, which
the
brings in a
heck?
fair amount of viewers. Actually, remember when Project Melody came out on Chatterbait and broke all sorts of records and everyone was salty? Yeah, there's a market for this.
What
of course,
the
the
heck
girls
was
are aware,
that?
so they'll make allusions to sexual acts as the chat pogs incessantly.
Tight. Like a field mouse.
Which is also like half the
Oh, bro, I thought it was, bro. I remember I got a comment on my freaking stream. Don't move, bro. I'm almost there. I'm like, I can imagine they get those bunch of comments.
YouTuber recommendations I get. For the record, I would do the exact same thing. If I were
She got a
female, my
tail.
butthole would look like the inside of a box of Pocky, which is far worse than moaning into the mic.
Yeah.
I just
Those
think it's
are-
funny.
there's
When you
no
work out,
way.
what noise do you make? Usually like,
Ain't no way make those. They're always like, ugh. Not like, bro. Oh my gosh.
Or-
That is bait for
what?
sure.
You don't go. There's people that come for that, much like any other industry, but I think horny boys make up a pretty good chunk of the fan base. Weeaboos. If I enjoy
I'm gonna be honest. That's not really true. I think some girls are into it too.
pure, innocent, fake women, VTubers would be awesome. Let's say I like a slice of life show with a bunch of little girls. Why would I not want to watch a person in real
Here's
life
another
who
context.
embodies a ton of these characteristics react to stuff live? Those fictional characters that are so out of reach for us are suddenly something you can connect and interact with.
Basically.
I think this is a very unique relationship and can see why people gravitate towards VTubers. There's also dudes that love that.
But there's also like a thing where like VTubers graduate from like these they graduate from like these academies academy. I don't know. I probably have to look that up. But it's like they graduate or something, or they just go to a different agency. I don't remember. But it's like they graduate too. They have like schools for that. I don't know.
Shit. The last 72 hours of my life has been dedicated to researching these guys, so I've honestly been on a roller coaster of emotion. Initially, I despised them. In the middle, I despised them. And in the end, I despised them. But during all that, I never
I
stopped.
guess it's basically on like, would you rather see what an anime girl look like in real life? Which, how anime fans are, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't
on
want
me.
that, huh?
I'm never going to be in the loop, and I'm cool with that. VTubers are going to be here for a long time, whether we like it or not, and they have a brilliant future full of boundless possibilities. Still going to make fun of my friends for watching that baby shit. But most of
It's like VTubing is legit a easy get rich quick scheme. Hit peace on VTubers. No, I don't want no smoke with the freaking VTuber community, bro. They are passionate about their people. Heck nah. They are passionate about the people they support.
Importantly, I've learned that if you can't beat them, you gotta get better than them. It's Wanko time, fuckers. Catch me streaming with my new avatar, Wanko. I know it's very disrespectful for big YouTubers to hop on the VTuber trend because it's a very niche and not well-known market, but I hope you guys can forgive me. Subscribe, I talk about anime, and comment. I reply to those. I'm sure this comment section is gonna be real fun. But did I mention to forget that Wanko will debut the arrival of our newest sponsor, NordPass? There's a free version, so listen. Your password.
Hey, don't be whispering in my ears, Kubo. You. All right, bro. I ain't sponsored by them. They ain't getting no advertising.
Dude, I'm fucking so annoyed, bro, because like the more I did this video, the more I was like, okay, maybe not all of them are that bad.
I feel like the more you go into the VTuber thing, I think, they're not that bad. I think there's a lot of people who just go into it who's like disliking it, like they're just disliking it, but it's like, you know.
Classic. Overgeneralize, shit on it relentlessly, open up mind to it more, immediately take most of it back.
Oh my god. And that's usually what happens. That's usually what happens.